What's up, guys? I'm Chris.
I'm Sean.
And this is the Whiskey Noobs. Alright, so we've had the professional.
We have the World Infinity bottle.
The barrel.
Yeah.
Delicious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We've had my bottle.
Yep.
This is a mix of Irish, of rye, of bourbon. We've had your rye Infinity
Yes,
bottle.
my rye
So what we're going to try next?
I have a bourbon
All right.
Infinity bottle. It is not as full. I've had a little bit out of it. But, we'll try that.
Well, and again, we've discussed this is your newest Infinity bottle.
It is.
Because whereas I started with bourbon and moving
Mm-hmm.
to rye,
Yeah.
you started with rye and moving to bourbon.
Yeah, this one's about 8 months old. This one is probably 2 months.
Yeah, it's probably about the same for mine.
Maybe.
About 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this has just got all this. It's got some good bourbons in it. I did put the Jack Daniels.
Oh, so we
single
got
barrel.
some higher proofs
Yep.
in here. Okay.
But it
Did you
doesn't-
put the barrel in there? The barrel bourbon?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the nose that one had. I don't know if it's just because of the shape of the bottle.
Could be. What? Because this is funneling it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
That one had a good nose. This one,
I would say the nose is not impressing me on that one. But
yeah, I'm not getting the nose.
let's get it in
we'll
Glencairn.
try it in the glass and see how it does.
Sean's pours are the best.
They are the best.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't complain about something
I
and get a little
can't
more than.
complain.
Right?
Absolutely cannot complain.
All right.
I like the color on it though.
It does have, yeah, definitely different from the rye.
Oh, yeah.
And I plan on doing maybe a Scotch one when we start doing a little more of those. Just
Probably only ever gonna have one. I think I'll just throw it all in one.
throw it all in one.
I mean, come on. I mean, they're doing it, and
Yeah.
it's incredible. So,
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I think it'll be good. I'll do 3 separate ones, and you can do one that just has it all in it. And we'll just go.
I will say that the only downside of this is that
the nose is better.
the larger my selection gets, the harder it is to put everything in this bottle, this one bottle. And speaking of bottles, a cool bottle that would be a nice Infinity bottle. Is that Cooper's Craft?
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
It's not
Yeah,
incredible whiskey, but the bottle shape is awesome.
Yeah.
And then I actually put the Texas blended stopper on it, which is an awesome stopper. So I think you pull the
cool.
label off of that.
Oh, it's got the cowboy boot.
That's a cool bottle for an Infinity bottle. So if I make a second bottle, that's probably what I'll use.
There you go. I was looking at the Jack Daniels barrel proof
Bottle? Oh, yeah, that's a cool bottle. Yeah, the
That's
square. Well, that's just
Yeah.
a smaller version of it, but that's a cool bottle.
It is.
Yeah.
The nose is a lot better on this bottle.
Oh, yeah,
and
and
the glass.
Certainly bourbon.
Yeah.
So this
all the candies, vanillas, caramels.
This is my happy territory. This is where I smile and I make really, really fun faces.
This is. Yeah, this has got all.
Smelling proof on this now.
Yes, and we should. There's some high.
But your rye smelled proofier.
I think it's just hot because it's rye. Rye's spicy, and
So yeah, this is all those beautiful vanilla and caramel and
this has got a good
the
mix.
wood.
I've got some Woodford Reserve Double Oak, regular Angel's Envy bourbon. I've got that one that out in Wilmington. What was that one called?
Don't ask me to remember it. I forget
can't
whiskeys I
remember
don't
that.
like.
Yeah, I can't. It was a local kind of one.
Yeah.
And
Something on the Outer Banks or something like that.
Yeah, frying pan.
Okay.
Yeah. The frying pan. I've got the single barrel from Jack Daniels. I've got the barrel we tried the other night.
Barrel bourbon.
Yep. I've got the Yellowstone. I've got the Maker's Mark Premium Select in there.
So this has got some proof in it.
It does. It does. I was just thinking through that. I was like, yeah, we've got
That Maker's you got is a store pick.
It is a store pick. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was called Mocha.
Yeah.
Now, and you have a cast strength Makers. Is the cast strength Makers in here?
I don't have the cast strength
Okay.
Makers. Yeah. No. I actually didn't pick that up.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll be another trip.
Oh, you didn't buy that one?
I didn't.
Oh, I mean, he bought like 20 bottles in one day. I thought for sure he had that.
That was a rough day.
I tell you, the nose is pretty incredible.
It is.
Let's see what we got here. Woo! Woo!
That is proofy.
Woo!
That's good.
I'm liking that.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's one of
definitely
them-
bourbon.
Smack the lips when you have that one. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll say this. It's all the basic bourbon flavors. So you're getting the vanilla, the caramel, a little bit of coffee.
I had like marshmallow on the nose.
Definitely getting the wood.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the oak, but not a bitter oak. There's not bitter in that.
It's got good mouthfeel. It's got a nice finish.
Mm-hmm.
It coats your tongue. sides of your mouth, top of your mouth. I mean, it's definitely, that's good whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this is flavor profiles that we both really enjoy and we're familiar with, and
yeah, it's definitely oily because it's just all over the glass. That was a good.
Of our our personal Infinity bottles. Mm-hmm. Let me take a second sip just so I can give an honest feedback. Mm-hmm. All right, so I have a little bit of bottle envy. Because Sean's Infinity bottle is better than mine.
But it's got all the stuff that.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of cheated because you've thrown like a bunch of like high proof stuff in it here lately.
But that's all that I've drank.
That's true.
When I started,
from a bourbon perspective,
that's everything that I had in my
pretty much everything
collection. Other than that, what was that? The black cherry one that we tried. That one out of Cleveland. You remember I brought that over and was blind tasting?
Oh yeah, it was like a weird cherry.
I don't remember the name of
it.
Yeah, I did not put that
experiment.
in. Yeah, I did not put that in.
See, you disliked it. I didn't dislike it. And we're horrible because we're talking about a bottle that we don't even know the name of.
I know. I tried it about 2 weeks later, and it was not even as good as the neck pour. So that was just my opinion. But anyway, I did not put that in there.
And that's back to the point.
I didn't consider.
You can put what you want in your bottle. I just don't put anything. If I don't enjoy it, it doesn't go in my bottle.
Same.
And generally those bottles that I don't like, I give away. I find the first person who says they like it or they don't entirely hate it. Here you go, it's yours. Yeah. And sometimes it's nice, maybe they trade you a bottle for it.
Yeah.
And that can be kind of neat.
We've traded up on some stuff, I think. So.
Oh, something we do need to do is we do need to update you on some occurrences that happened with Miller Lite guy.
Our first guest.
With Keith.
Yes.
So we'll do that at the end of the video.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
This is incredible. Like, I'm digging this.
It's good. Yeah, it's like a good bourbon.
But all the stuff that you've bought lately, I've loved.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's hard to choose between which ones I would just sit and drink.
Man. Yeah, well, you know what it is. It's a higher proof. I mean, and here lately, we've just really enjoyed
anything above 110.
Man. It used to be 100. Anything above 100. Now we're like anything above 110. Yeah. And realistically, if we're being honest, anything above 120 is when we get really excited.
Yeah. And we've only had a few of those. So.
If you were to bottle your Infinity bottle, I mean, it'd be sought after. That is some good stuff.
What was we were talking about the other night? Possibly doing force aging our Infinity bottles with a different type of wood.
Oh man, I don't know. It almost seems like blasphemy though. Like,
I mean, but not the whole thing, just some of it.
I mean, we could totally do mine because I'm not loving it right now. Like,
well, maybe we should.
But it would be horrible to do that to yours because yours is really good, and I would be afraid that we lose that.
Yeah, and it may not be that good next time. And we'll probably do an update at some point in time just to see.
Oh, for sure. That would be something, maybe quarterly or something. We come back and we review our Infinity bottles. Yeah. I mean, they do change pretty quickly because we're just, trying so many new whiskeys
all the time. Yeah. And we would love to hear about your Infinity bottle. So if you've started one, what do you
drop a comment.
Yeah.
What's your preferred bottle?
Yep.
Do you stick to bourbon only, rye only? One specific type of whiskey.
Do you twist the cork off, or you just pull it off?
You're just being a jerk.
I am a little bit, maybe inciting a riot. But no, really, we'd love to hear some discussion, just a little bit about how you do your Infinity bottles.
Yeah, that would be neat. So leave us a comment. And in other comments we'd love to see we love feedback, good or bad.
Yeah.
And we'd also love to hear any ideas you might have for future videos because we don't necessarily want to just copy what everybody else does as far as what they do and the types of videos they do. We want to do new stuff and stuff that we find interesting and stuff that you'll find interesting. So drop us a comment. Please. But these, I mean, I'd have to say if we had to pick a winner, your bourbon Infinity bottle is by far the best of the night.
I have to agree. I wonder if it would have been that interesting if I hadn't have put our lineup from Thursday night in there.
I think the higher proofs definitely set yours over the top. Yeah. And honestly, between the barrel, the professional guys and your bottle, I'd choose yours. But I think that's just because you've put some of that higher proof stuff in there lately that I really dig.
And it's straight bourbon.
It is bourbon, and that's a flavor profile that we enjoy, and that's kind of our jam, so to speak.
Yep.
So yeah, we'd love to hear about your infinity bottles. Please drop us a comment. We're loving bringing these videos to you. We're having a lot of fun doing it.
Absolutely.
We're gonna probably shoot a little more footage tonight, just because this is the point where we start feeling good and we start putting out some cool stuff.
Interesting stuff.
And so drop us a comment, like this video. Please subscribe, and if you'll share this with your friends, we would love that. If you're finding us on YouTube, we also have an Instagram page. It's a great place to keep up with when we're dropping new videos and things and such outside of YouTube. Hit the notification bell, and we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your feedback. Take care. Cheers to next time. So we said we were going to share an update on Miller Lite Guy.
Yes.
Or Keith. My little brother.
Yeah, kind of a cool update, actually.
Yeah, from the Miller Lite to whiskey series that we did. So basically, we're introducing my little brother, someone who's not really a whiskey guy, to whiskey, right? And we tried a bunch of whiskeys, and feeling really good by the end of it. And it was really interesting to see what he liked, what he didn't like.
It was.
He definitely wasn't into proof. Right, because he's just not there yet.
No, and I don't think we would have been there yet at that point.
He doesn't enjoy sweet flavors.
He made that clear. Yeah.
Which is interesting because those are generally your smoother whiskeys, are the ones that are a little sweeter profile.
Yeah.
But the update we wanted to share was we have indeed made some movement.
Influence. We have influence.
We have made some influence.
Yeah.
So what has happened is my brother calls me. Alex is being a jerk. You can hear him.
He's going back to bed. It's all right. There we go.
All right. So
this is Alex.
My wife was afraid that people would think that I'm some kind of like dog hater or something because I'm always yelling at Alex. Well, this is Alex. He's 12. He's our mutt. And he is a good boy. He's a very good dog. He's a very good dog.
He is.
But he is annoying.
He likes to roam around and bark while we make videos. So
he is a good boy though. He's very excited that I'm giving him attention. This is all he wants in life is attention. He lives for it.
He does.
He is a sweetheart. He's scared of everything.
We got the mouth kiss.
Oh gosh. Oh, he's such a big baby. But anyway, he's 12 now, and you wouldn't know it because he's a puppy. I mean, he just acts like a puppy.
Yeah,
and if you hear in the other room, that's Ozzy. We'll introduce him in another video. But Ozzy is our little dash hound, and he's jealous because I'm holding Alex. But
I'm jealous because he's holding Alex.
Anyway, all right. The only person Alex loves more than me is his mom. So, yeah, I know. Stop looking at me. But he's a good dog. And if you ever hear me calling him a jerk, it's just because he likes to interrupt videos. So, yeah, that's Alex. If you hear me yelling at somebody, that's who I'm yelling at.
Yeah, so his brother calls him.
My brother calls me. I'm out in my shop, got my earbuds in, I'm running a table saw. And my brother calls, I shut everything down. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, I'm in the ABC store. I'm like, oh, yeah, what? He's like, yeah, I'm going to buy some whiskey. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, what should I get? And so, funny enough, he goes, what do you think about the Woodford Reserve Double Oak? I'm like, oh, it's incredible.
Yes. Yeah.
And so he was actually going to, my wife's behind the camera telling me not to hit the table, so.
Oh, I think it's making
it. It's like, yeah. So, yeah, Woodford Reserve Double Oak. I said, it's incredible stuff. It's totally worth it. He's like, oh, so you've already had it. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, well, I don't want to get anything you've already had.
Oh.
And I told him, I said, well, that is going to limit you a little bit because I've had lots of whiskey. Yeah. So he started listing off some other stuff. He said, do you have Buffalo Trace? And they said, no, we don't have Buffalo Trace. And he says, what about Eagle Rare? He says, oh, we just sold the last Eagle Rare.
Oh, just missed it.
So he's looking for stuff, some cool stuff. And we went through it, and then he comes to Elijah Craig Rye.
Was it Elijah Craig Rye? Oh, yeah,
Elijah Craig Rye.
Yeah.
And I said, that's a good one. That'd be a good one for you.
Sweet.
He says, do you have it? And I said, no, I don't have it. And he says, all right, well, I'll pick that one up. He said, what else? And he says, ooh, they have a Jack Daniels Gentleman Jack.
Gentleman Jack, yeah.
He said, I'm going to grab that. And I said, awesome. So he ended up picking up Jack Daniels, the Gentleman Jack, and the Elijah Craig Rye.
He did. I enjoy the Elijah Craig Rye.
Folks, but my brother bought whiskey
on his own accord,
and it wasn't honey flavored whiskey.
No, or Jack Daniels No. 7.
So we have made some movement.
Yeah.
He's excited about coming back over and trying it with us.
We may do another episode as he progresses.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We did get a message, both Sean and I, in a group message the next day maybe, and where he said the Elijah Craig rye was up for trade.
It was that night.
Oh, that night.
It was a net pour. It was that.
Yeah. He sent us a message and said, hey, it's up for trade. He says it wasn't his jam.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, you can't go based off of a neck pour.
Yeah. Let it rest. I said, after about a week, it'll open up, then try it.
And the main reason I told him that the Elijah Craig rye would be good for him is because he enjoyed the spicy Buffalo Trace flavor profile.
Yeah.
And so the rye, I thought maybe would lean away from the sweet and a little more toward
the spicy. Yep. And the proof was there as far as the low, like 90 proof and everything. So.
But folks, our whole goal was to introduce someone to whiskey who wasn't into whiskey.
And now they're in the ABC store.
And now they're in the ABC store shopping for whiskey. So Elijah Craig, you're welcome.
There you go.
Jack Daniels,
He
or
was
I should
already
say
a fan.
Brown Foreman.
Yeah, he was already a fan.
You're welcome. We sold 2 bottles for you.
There you
So
go.
You can send a check anytime you like for us, giving you 1 sale.
That's right. We'll take it in alcohol as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll take bottles.
So,
but
either way.
I would say it was a success.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was excited about that.
I mean, what's that? 1 week from when we had the video, had him on?
Yeah, less than a week.
It's
Last
great.
Saturday, and then this is Friday.
So we succeeded.
Yeah.
So we just thought we'd give that update.
Cool.
We'll see whether or not after the first 2 bottles he returns to buy more.
Yeah.
But for now, I would say we call that a success.
Absolutely.
So
Maybe
there's
after a poker night. We'll get some
maybe
success.
next poker night. So there's your update on Miller Lite Guy.
There you go.
Maybe we can call him Whiskey Guy at some point in the future.
Yes.
Take it easy.
Yeah.